Hi, my name is Frank Schaefer. What looms ahead in America is becoming clear. We are going to be an apartheid state with a white minority of leaders dominating a population made up increasingly of people of color. Diversity in the bottom tier, white power at the top. That is the vision of the Supreme Court as they strike down affirmative action. White leadership, getting PhDs, master's degrees, college education at top schools, governing an increasingly restive, hostile population, majority non-white. Everywhere that affirmative action was reversed, California in particular, and the 8 other states that already tried this, found that people of color who had been helped by affirmative action were going to lower tier schools, unable to get into the higher tier schools because their high school education and home life and backgrounds had not prepared them to compete. Poverty being one factor, race another. In giving up on affirmative action, the Supreme Court and the white Republican Party they now represent have not only given up on the next generation and young people, but are openly making war on the inclusive, diverse, younger generations who are trying to look toward a future that is fairer, better, and more open. This is white nationalism clinging to power. It is part of a checklist of what the Supreme Court has done in stripping women of their rights and now attacking the future generation of young people and their ability to get higher education to compensate for the uneven and unfair way our culture singles out brown people and Black people and other minorities, their families, and basically has a stratified system in which white students from private schools, white students from good high schools, white students from stable backgrounds, white students from affluent backgrounds, white students whose parents have college degrees, master's degrees, PhDs, operate on one level in our apartheid state, and everyone else on another level. This generation of white Republican leadership, in essence, is guaranteeing that in the future, our country is going to have to go to the way of South Africa. I wonder if we will have a Desmond Tutu around to speak peace, reconciliation, and forgiveness when it comes to the point where the white regimes are overthrown. We have moments left to correct this. Vote for Democratic candidates, fight for your local school board, and push out these white nationalists, Christian nationalists trying to take over our libraries, our schools, local government, state government, and understand that the choice here is between a diverse, inclusive society, the rule of law, or a white minority dominating our culture through the force of minority opinion, white minority opinion, having taken over the Republican Party that has proved itself outside of our democratic system now by questioning an election result, by standing by and even approving of or excusing the storming of our Capitol, and so forth. There's a real clear choice in America now, and here it is. Do we want to become the new South Africa, an apartheid state where 6 conservative justices on the Supreme Court overwhelm majority opinion on Roe v. Wade and how we treat women and their opportunities, Hispanic and Black students and other minorities when it comes to educational opportunity, and basically have a two-tier system where women are second-class citizens, Black people and brown people are second-class citizens, in a culture in which they form the majority, women and Black people, brown people, an increasingly inclusive and diverse new generation. It pits the old against the young, people my age against a young generation. I, for one, as a white 70-year-old American who has observed politics closely and participated in it now for a long time, can see clearly where we are going. I happen to have lived in South Africa for a year near the end of the apartheid era. I know what it tastes like, smells like, feels like to be in an all-white, gated community. We don't want to go there. Americans don't understand it, but the Supreme Court is leading us into a moral desert. My name is Frank Schaeffer.